guys, Prince of Macedon here is back. Gonna do another vlog here, and gonna show you this Warhammer miniature, but this one is actually more pertinent to Total War Warhammer. This is an Amber Battle Wizard from the Empire, and this is pertinent because recently the CA announced a free DLC coming out July 28th in conjunction with the DLC Call of the Beastmen. Call of the Beastmen is a DLC, you gotta pay for that one. But for the free DLC, they announced that the Empire is getting this Amber Wizard. And this miniature is specifically called an Amber Battle Wizard. Basically, the Empire has these 8 schools of magic, and one of those schools is it's the Amber College. And we'll talk about that in a second here. Let me open up my Empire 8th Edition Codex for Warhammer. And this is more for the, what do you call it? For the tabletop, but this also provides a lot of information about the lore and characters of this thingamajig here. Almost there, somewhere here. Here it is. So yeah, the practitioners from these 8 schools of magic are called battle wizards. And yeah, after the Great War against Chaos, it was Magnus the Pious who lifted the ancient laws against the practice of wizardry, and he founded the 8 colleges of magic in Altdorf. So these wizards who practice this are they're very solitary figures, and the reason why they have 8 different colleges, is because in order to practice these, you have to dedicate to one college. If you dedicate to more than one college, you're going to lose your mind. And that's why they separate it into all these different colleges. So let's go ahead and show you this here. Yeah, these are the 8 colleges, and the Amber Order is represented by the symbol of the arrow. So, what is the Amber Order? So, these are devotees to the lore of beasts, and the CA already announced that these Amber Wizards will be practicing this new magic. It's the lore of beast, which hasn't been shown in the game yet. So, let's see here. So, Amber Wizards are known for their really savage appearance, and they do dress in furs, and they're very unkempt. And they're usually adorned with bones, feathers, and amber beads, and primitive talismans. So, they have the ability to assume the strength of great beasts, and they can even induce primal states of terror in others. So, specifically, let's show what this guy looks like. I mean, you know, they come in different shapes and sizes, but for the most part, their general look of these Amber Wizards is that they're very beastly. They wear these furs, and they do wear amber on them. And they wear these really old school trinkets of magic. By the way, this is the fine cast. I didn't pay $15 for this. Paid a little bit more than that. But anyways, that's what these guys are. And let me read the description that CA provided here for these guys. I mean, they didn't provide that much of a description. They just said that... Where's it at? Alright, sorry guys. So yeah, this will be a free DLC, and it will be released at the same time as the Beastmen DLC. But these Amber Wizards, they will be introducing the lore of Beast into the game for the very first time, and they can also level up to acquire a distinctive variation of the Empire Griffin mount. And on their other page, they talk a little bit more about these guys. So they say that these Amber Wizards are the most rarely seen of all wizards, and they will be wielding the deadly lore of beasts, performing unique feats of magical power. Alright, now here's the cool thing. You know, they can also enchant their allies with impenetrable pelts to summoning a manticore from the bowels of the earth. So that's pretty cool. So they can actually summon a manticore. Manticores are those... What are they? They fly, don't they? Flying beasts of sorts. But anyways, yeah, that's who these Amber Battle Wizards are, or as as the CA called them, they just called them Amber Wizards, but they are Amber Battle Wizards, and they do look really beastly. And I think this is really cool to have these guys, because the Empire definitely needs more magical units, especially when you're fighting against the Vampire Knights. So I hope these guys help out in the fight against the Vampire Knights, or sorry, Vampire Count, sorry. So I'm glad they added these guys to the roster. And actually, in the description of the Battle Wizards in the Codex here, they say that it's become very customary for the Empire armies to equip themselves with these Battle Wizards. Basically, they've grown accustomed to it, because fighting without magic is a huge handicap. And it kind of feels that way too when you're fighting on the ladder, on multiplayer. So I'm hoping that these guys help out a lot more in my Empire battles against the vampires. Alright guys, so I will have this painted eventually. And by the way, I don't paint these myself. I'm going to have them commissioned by somebody else. I don't want my figurines looking really crappy, so yeah, I use these. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed this, and I hope this gives you some insight onto who these characters are, these Amber Wizards, when they come out for the free LC in a few weeks.